So Jerry invited me to church. I was leaving Planet Fitness one day in my sweaty workout clothes. It was right before a service, and he was like, "Oh, why don't you come in?" And coincidentally, I was looking for a church because we had just moved to Riverhead from Southampton, and I had always seen the sign out front, and I was like, "Come in?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm in my sweaty." He said, "It doesn't matter." And that moment, I knew this would be the perfect church for me. And since that day, I've always felt accepted here. And it's one of my favorite things about North Shore is that I can roll in my gym clothes, in my motorcycle clothes, anything, and you just always feel loved and accepted and that you belong.
We try to bring lots of our friends who, a lot of them, are opposed to church because they grew up in a church that wasn't enjoyable, and we say come to our church, and they come here and they're met with open arms, they're met with a gift, they're met with donuts, bagels, or whatever they want, and it's just nice to see. They're like, "Oh my gosh, your church is so great, I've never seen anything like it." So that really feels good to see.
So one of the things I really love about Sundays is that there's always a relatable sermon. And to me, that's really important because I feel like I spent most of my life growing up in a church that I just couldn't connect to. I didn't understand what the pastor was saying. Here, I feel like I can come, the pastor and the church community know me, and it seems like every sermon I can apply to my life. So again, coming into church, on a Sunday morning, whatever went on during the week, if I'm struggling with it or if it was great, the sermon seems to speak to it. And then as I go through my week, I can always think back to the last sermon I hear and think about how what I heard I can relate to my life. So it just feels very relatable and very timely. And
How much did I pay you to say that?
Not enough.
Not enough. We haven't negotiated yet.